Um, Today was another one of those great days, right? Got some stuff done, working on a sermon for the coming week, Sunday, next Sunday. Got some shopping in for the family, at least for me and the wife, and took care of, my workouts and everything like that. And so scheduled my next DEXA scan. So I'll have a body fat report on the 20th of this month. So in about 10 days, I guess, right? Something like that. Today's the 7th, so actually 13 days. I was going to do it this Thursday, but when I started counting when I started to this coming Thursday, it would only have been just over 3 weeks. And so I wanted to get a full 4 weeks in, and the 18th would have been the full 4. So Thursday, my camera guy can come with me to record it and kind of show you guys the whole process that happens when you do it. That way you guys can go get your own DEXA scans and see what your body fat looks like. If you're local to me, Sacramento's the closest one. They say San Carlos is also pretty close, but I like the Sacramento spot. It's pretty quiet and small. It's not like a huge facility, so it's good. But this morning I had posted on Facebook, you don't need motivation, you need heart, right? And I was thinking about this because motivation runs out, right? I don't know about you, but like a lot of us get motivated. We'll listen to motivational speeches or speakers on YouTube or tapes or whatever. Even my wife had mentioned like going to these rallies and stuff where everybody gets all hyped up and tries to get you pumped up to go out and do the job. But as soon as we hit any type of adversity, we quit, right? And it's because we don't know how to push through, because all we're using is some superficial motivation to keep us going. And the reality is, like, when I said we need heart, I mean, most people would say you need discipline, right? Motivation runs out, you need discipline. And motivation can lead us into discipline if we can get discipline quick enough in order to make something a habit that what we do, right? Remember the other day I had posted the video on be obsessed with routine, right? Like, be obsessed with what you have to get done daily, so that way you're getting them done because you're constantly thinking about them, because as soon as you get them done, you can move on to other stuff. Wes Watson would say you take care of you during the morning. That way you're not thinking about the stuff you have to do the rest of the day, and you can focus on other people. And then once you get done with other people, you can focus on your family, right? And so we get set up with routine, which is discipline. But I said today that you need heart, right? And I was thinking from the perspective of like me doing things because I love someone or something, right? I think about people who get diagnosed with cancer, like cancer or some illness where all of a sudden now they have to make some life changes, or they find out that they only have so long to live. And I hate to use that as an example because it's morbid to think that way, but the unfortunate reality is that a lot of us focus this way, right? And all of a sudden now we want to take care of the things that we should have been taking care of a long time ago, because now we want to extend the little bit of time we have. You're not motivated to do it then. Like you're operating out of love, right? Like, I want to spend as much time with my family as I can. I want to do the bucket list that I've always dreamed about doing. All the things that I used to be scared of, now I'm going to attack and tackle and make sure that I get them done before I pass away or go on to whatever it is that you believe, right? And that's why I'm saying, like, we need heart, right? We need to function out of the love that we have for other people. It's crazy when you'll watch movies and you see guys getting beat up or hurt, and they see the one they love and their child or their spouse or somebody, and all of a sudden this extra energy and this toughness or this ability to stand up shows up, right? And if they were just motivated, they wouldn't do it. But because of the love that they have for the person on the other side, they find an inner strength that they didn't know they had before, right? Same thing when you hear like the stories of children getting trapped under cars and moms being able to pick up the car to move it for their kid. Like, I mean, like there's all these stories about how things happen, but yet we function out of like wanting motivation to keep us going, right? And that never works, right? It works for a short period of time. This is why in January, when everybody comes with their New Year's resolutions, come February or March, they're all done, right? Because they were all motivated to get something done, and life shows up, right? Work shows up, children show up, and all of a sudden now they start negotiating with the weakness in their brain, right? They start negotiating with the and you know, Andy Frisella calls it the bitch voice, right? Like they start negotiating with it, and all of a sudden now it's like, yeah, you don't have to get up at 4 o'clock, now you can get up at 6 o'clock, and then, oh, okay, you don't have to get up at 6 o'clock, now you can get up at 8 o'clock, and oh, you don't have to get up at 8 o'clock because you got to go to work, and oh, we'll just work out tomorrow, right? We'll do a double hard workout tomorrow, and everybody's like, yeah, that works, that's a good idea, and then all of a sudden you haven't gone to work out in a week, right? And the reality is, because if we were doing stuff out of love or out of our heart, right? Let's just go back to the sickness thing. You would be like, no, I have to work out because I have to live. I have to continue. I can't not do this because I'll die, right? And part of it is like, how do you find those spaces for you without needing the death sentence in front of you, right? And as quiet as it's kept, we all have that already, right? Like, you're born and you die. Those are two things you're sure are going to happen. You don't know anything else, but you know there's a day you're going to die. And none of us have days promised, right? Like, you're not guaranteed 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, which we all want to act like that we get upset when we're not given enough time. But the reality is you wasted the time that you had. And that's why you don't feel like you had enough, because you wasted it. And so how do we stop wasting time and start getting the things done that need to be done, right? I shouldn't be a good husband to my wife or a good father to my kids because I got sick all of a sudden. I shouldn't be a good papa to my grandchildren because I got sick. I should be a good papa because I'm a good papa, right? And if I don't know how to do that, then I need to start working on that today so that I can be them. So just in case I do get sick, I already know what I'm doing, but it's already natural, right? It's a part of who I am. And when we start to do that, we start to become the people we've always desired to be. Why do I live in fear, right? Why do I not jump out of the airplane or go to the places I want to go or see the things that I want to see because I'm scared, right? And the reality is, no, like, I need to be doing those things today, not fearful of what might happen, and just do them because I want to. I desire them, right? And so it's like, do I want to be fat forever? No, right? I've dreamed about having 10% body fat for like the last 10 years. My wife will tell you, I've talked about it constantly. I just never been willing to put the work in to get there. But I don't want to get to a place where like all of a sudden now I'm sick and I'm being like, man, I wish I would have did this a long time ago, and now here I am, because I've been motivated to do this for a long time. I just never was willing to put the work in, right? Because in my mind there was nothing great enough in order to move me in that direction, right? And I'm getting to the age now where like more and more people are starting to die and people are dropping off, and like I don't want to be that person, right? I hated just having my joints hurt regularly, right? I hated getting out of my truck and my feet hurting and right, and my body hurting, and like I don't want to live that way. And so the reality is, like, I have to find something within me to move me in the direction that I want to go, right? And that's why I say, like, we need heart, because it's my heart and my love for myself and for the people around me that moves me in the direction that I want to be. I love my family. I do. And just like I was saying the other day when I talked about respecting yourself, we can say that we love people, but if I'm not doing anything to better myself, how do I truly tell myself that I love my family, because I'm doing nothing to get better, right? just like when I was talking about respecting myself, I keep putting garbage in my mouth. How do I say I respect me if I put garbage in my mouth? If I allow people to talk bad to me, or I don't do things to better myself in my life, right? That's where the respect comes in. That's what people are watching, because they listen to how I let people talk to me, and they listen to how I treat myself and the things that I say to myself. And so it's like, where is the heart in what I'm doing, right? What's moving me in the direction to become the man that I needed in my life, right? Because in in becoming the man that I needed, there's somebody else out there that needs that man too. But I'm going to tell myself, oh, I love everybody, but I'm not doing anything to take care of me, to make me better. And so I want to encourage everybody today to stop looking for motivation and start looking for that little thing inside of them to cause them to want to be better for themselves, right? I'll never be the best husband I can be if I allow my selfishness or my insecurities or all the unhealthy belief systems or behaviors that I have, right, about what I think a man is or should be doing or how he should act. I'll never be a good husband if I allow those things to resonate in my heart or in my mind or in my life. I'll never be that, right? I'll never be a good man if I allow the disease of addiction to run me, right? Because the literature says that we get one promise, and that's freedom from active addiction. And my simpleton mind thinks, oh, that just means that I'm free from drugs. No, that means that I'm free from all mood-changing, mind-altering chemicals and substances. That's what that means, right? I don't allow anything to make me obsessive and compulsive and totally self-centered. That's what freedom from active addiction looks like, right? And so if I'm not constantly working on me to make me better, then how do I say that I love me? How do I say that I love my family or the people around me if I'm not constantly trying to grow, right? Because it says recovery is an active change in ideas and attitudes. So what idea and what attitude am I actively trying to change? Or am I just staying stagnant, which is a non-existent virtue, right? That's not even a real thing. Am I just staying stagnant in the moment, acting like it's all good, I'm okay, right? I'm good where I'm at today. No, I'm not, because I suffer from a disease that is progressive, which means it's growing. So why don't I think that my recovery needs to grow? So why don't I think that if I love me, I should be doing something to move me in a direction that makes me better? Why? Because I don't really love me, right? And one of the things I had to tell some of the guys that I work with the other day is like, until we can accept that we say we love ourselves, but we really don't, or we lie to ourselves, until I can accept that, I'll never do anything about it, because I think I'm good enough right where I'm at. And this is the reality. I need to get better. I need to. My family deserves better. They deserve the best me they can possibly have. And I'm the only one who robs them of the greatness that God has instilled in me to become me. I'm the only one who can do it. There's nothing you can do to make me better. Nothing. You can love me, you can support me, you can be there for me, you can call me and cheer me on, but if I'm not willing to do the work, there's nothing you can do about it, right? And so the reality is, I need to have heart for myself in order to become the best version of me. Even Jesus dying on the cross, right, for me, should show me my value and my worth, that God was willing to come up out of heaven to the earth to die for me so that I can be in relationship with him, and I don't think that he loves me. Why? Because I'm sick and I'm crazy, and I want to deny the love the action that he took for me. I want to deny it. It's not good enough, Jesus. I need you to do a little bit more. That's why I don't do what I'm supposed to do for you. That's why I allow myself to act out in sin willfully, right? Intentionally act out and mistreat people and not be sacrificial and not do the things you ask and not be obedient. I mean, there's no other excuse. Like, call it what it is, right? Don't, oh, you deserve a break. Oh, no, you should get some time. No, that's not how it works, because the disease is progressive. So that means the enemy is constantly at work, constantly. So why would I not think that I need to be constantly at work? I need to be at work. I need to have heart, not motivation, because adversity will always come. My pastor used to always say, like, if you never have adversity, you need to check yourself. You're probably running parallel with the enemy. He said, because if you run perpendicular, you're gonna constantly collide into him, right? It's gonna constantly have issues, because you're running perpendicular to him, not parallel. And so one of the ways that I check it is, how often are things coming against me, right? Because the enemy succeed. He doesn't want me to be obedient to Jesus. He doesn't want me to get free of the disease of the addiction that I suffer from. He wants me to stay trapped and locked and loaded. He wants me miserable, because he doesn't want me to see the goodness of the life that I have, that God has blessed me with. God has blessed me with an amazing wife, amazing kids, amazing grandkids, and an amazing life. Why wouldn't I do everything I can to keep it and make it better than what it is, right? I'm the only one that keeps it where it's at. If I want more, I have to do more. And it ain't got nothing to do with being selfish or greedy. It's that I suffer from a disease that is progressive, and I have an enemy that is constantly attacking me. So there's work that needs to be done on my part in order to keep it where it is, if not make it better. So I don't know if anybody's told you today, God loves you, and so do I. I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.